Would you all please rise?
Girl, you're working with some mash, yeah. You're bad, yeah. Make a nigga spend the cash, yeah. It's bad, yeah. Girl, you're working with some mash, yeah. You're bad, yeah. Make a nigga spend the bag, yeah. It's cash, yeah. Girl, you made it, you made it. Oh, yeah, you made it, you made it. Baby girl, you made it, you made it. Oh, yeah, you made it, you made it. It's been a long time coming. All these blessings rolling in, I ain't even see them coming. Too hard, I've been going too hard now. They say I need a vacation, say I need to slow down. And I ain't trying to slow down. Pretty face with a bad attitude. Working like I got too much to lose. Built this shit up on 2x2s. I wonder now I pay too many dues. Head up in my heels high. This what life's supposed to feel like. Looking like I'm in the gym, right? Taking side pics, looking thick like. Girl, you're working with some mash, yeah. You're bad, yeah. Make a nigga spend the cash, yeah. It's bad, yeah. Girl, you're working with some mash, yeah. You're bad, yeah. Make a nigga spend the bag, yeah. It's cash, yeah. Girl, you made it, you made it. Oh, yeah, you made it, you made it. Baby girl, you made it, you made it. Oh, yeah, you made it, you made it. No more stressing. I can't control God's time and learn my lesson. Can't trust too many people, shit gets reckless. Mood rings, I've changed, who's really on my side now? Who's really getting down now? My baby told me true love, every day is new love. Wake up to my daughter and my hubby, not a screw love. Guess I never knew love. Head up in my heels high. That's what life's supposed to feel like. Throw it back now. For the 99 and the 2000. Yeah. Girl, you're working with some mash, yeah. You're bad, yeah. Make a nigga spend the cash, yeah. It's bad, yeah. Girl, you're working with some mash, yeah. You're bad, yeah. Make a nigga spend the bag, yeah. It's cash, yeah. Girl, you made it, you made it. Oh, yeah, you made it, you made it. Baby girl, you made it, you made it. Oh, yeah, you made it, you made it. Self-love is the best love. Yeah. 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 You made it. Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Head up in your heels high. Head up in your heels high. Head up in your heels high. Hey. Girl, you working with some magic. Girl, you're working with some mash, yeah. You're bad, yeah. Make a nigga spend the cash, yeah. It's bad, yeah. Girl, you're working with some mash, yeah. You're bad, yeah. Make a nigga spend the bag, yeah. It's cash, yeah. Girl, you made it, you made it. Oh, yeah, you made it, you made it. Baby girl, you made it, you made it. Oh, yeah, you made it, you made it. It's been a long time coming. All these blessings rolling in, I ain't even see them coming. Too hard, I've been going too hard now. They say I need a vacation, say I need to slow down. And I ain't trying to slow down. Pretty face with a bad attitude. Working like I got too much to lose. Built this shit up on 2x2s. I wonder now I pay too many dues. Head up in my heels high. This what life's supposed to feel like. Looking like I'm in the gym, right? Taking side pics, looking thick like. Girl, you're working with some mash, yeah. You're bad, yeah. Make a nigga spend the cash, yeah. It's bad, yeah. Girl, you're working with some mash, yeah. You're bad, yeah. Make a nigga spend the bag, yeah. It's cash, yeah. Girl, you made it, you made it. Oh, yeah, you made it, you made it. Baby girl, you made it, you made it. Oh, yeah, you made it, and my heels high. This what life's supposed to feel like. Throw it back now. For the 99 and the 2000. Yeah, 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 yeah. Girl, you're working with some ass, yeah. Get back, yeah. Make a nigga spend the cash, yeah. It's bag, yeah. Girl, you're working with some ass, yeah. Get back, yeah. Make a nigga spend the bag, yeah. It's cash, yeah. Girl, you made it, you made it. Oh, yeah, you made it, you made it. Baby girl, you made it, you made it. Oh, yeah, you made it, you made it. Self-love is the best love. Yeah, yeah. 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 You made it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Head up in your heels high. Head up in your heels high. Head up in your heels high. Hey. Girl, you working with some magic. You bet, yeah. Girl, you're working with some magic. Get back, yeah. Make a nigga spend the cash, yeah. It's bag, yeah. Girl, you're working with some magic. Get back, yeah. Make a nigga spend the bag, yeah. It's cash, yeah. Girl, you made it, you made it. Oh, yeah, you made it, you made it. Baby girl, you made it, you made it. Oh, yeah, you made it, you made it. It's been a long time coming. All these blessings rolling in, I ain't even see them coming. Too hard, I've been going too hard now. They say I need a vacation, say I need to slow down. And I ain't trying to slow down. Pretty face with a bad attitude. Working like I got too much to lose. Built this shit up on 2x2s. I wonder now I pay too many dues.
You may be seated. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2023 donning of the Kente ceremony. The donning of the Kente ceremony recognizes and celebrates the accomplishments of undergraduate, graduate, professional students of Black identifying racial and ethnic backgrounds through the heartfelt words and vibrant colors of the traditional Kente cloth. I am Dr. Lisa Cooper, the Associate Director of Student Engagement, and I will be your MC for the evening. I also work within the Division of Student Affairs. I bring you greetings on behalf of our 2,500 plus faculty members, our 28,408 students, and over 216,696 alumni, of which you are all now joining. Give yourselves a round of applause. You have enhanced VCU's campus and to make it a community that we are all proud to be a part of. Thank you so very much. Before we begin, I want you all, please don't kill or shoot the messenger. I know this is your snickerdoodle, your loved one that you are here to celebrate, and we want you to do that, but we want everyone to be able to enjoy the festivities. So I'm going to ask that you please, I hate to say this, but silence your electronic devices. So that means take your phones. You know how it's always one person that forgets to do that? Everybody take out your phone and make sure you silence it, please. So we'll wait 5 seconds. I know some of y'all have the big bag. You need to go ahead and grab it. Tap your grandma and say, Grandma, give me your phone. Grandpa, Auntie, give me your phone. Thank you for helping us with that. Now, it is my honor to introduce to you all the very stylish, the very trendsetter. When I say trendsetter, I mean trendsetter. Dr. Mariam Kadeba. You see the response she gets? You see the response she gets? She is the director of the Office of Multicultural Affairs, and she is going to bring forth our greetings and welcome. Please give Dr. Miriam Kadeba a round of applause. This is not regular attire.
Thank you, Dr. Lisa. Oh, I love y'all for real. I really do, and I love me some Black people. Yes. I will start. I wrote a few things because I know that I'm going to get emotional, so I needed something to help anchor myself. I'll start by saying this. Bonjour. Come on, call and response. Yes. The OMSA team jokes that we have entered Akwaaba season, as it remains the way I want to greet everyone during our cultural achievement ceremonies. Akwaaba means welcome in my home country of Côte d'Ivoire in West Africa, and I would like to sincerely greet you on behalf of the entire OMSA team and the Division of Student Affairs at VCU. Akwaaba family, friends, and loved ones gather here tonight and joining us virtually. Akwaaba campus partners, faculty, staff, and every friend of OMSA here. Akwaaba to our elders and ancestors, whose blessings allow us to be here today. And a heartfelt Akwaaba to the spring 2023 VCU graduates, the very reason why we're gathered here today. Please give your shout out. Yes. It's important for me as OMSA director to properly welcome you to this space. We're here for a celebratory occasion after all. The cultural achievement ceremonies give us a chance to hold that the path being here may have been tumultuous for many, and also you are here. You gave your heart and made it here, and your community is here to celebrate you. The donning of the kente, for all the ways the ceremony is designed to embrace our culture, is special to my heart. I remember my own ceremony. The only donning of the kente ceremony I participated in was when I received my first US degree, and it was my associate's degree in sociology. One of my professors, Dr. Sean Towns, was the first Black woman with a PhD I ever met, and I will forever be grateful for the way she held me down when I really, really was going through it. I was deeply homesick and depressed and an international student and failing a good chunk of my classes. There are still Fs on my transcript, by the way. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Doctor now, though.
Exactly. Her support meant the world to me and in many ways saved my life. Graduates, as you sit here, I invite you to call to your hearts and minds any individual that may have shown up for you during your journey and send them some love and gratitude. I know my heart is filled with so much love and joy in this moment. Now go back in time a little bit with me and the OMSA team, from our student workers to staff, for just a little bit. If you're willing to reflect on the past year, a year that was full of adventures and celebrations of Blackness. Perhaps you went to Wakanda with us in November. Yep. Maybe you came to eat delicious food and hang out at our Black and Black faculty, staff, and student mixer in February. Or maybe it was eating across the Black diaspora during a Black experience, cultures, cuisines, and conversations. There was no jollof rice when I got there, and so you know it was legit. Yep. Mm-hmm. Maybe you swung by For the Hotties, Conversations and Craft for Black Girls and Fab. Yep, For the Hotties, that's right. Yep. Or maybe you attended our lovely discussions with a panel of amazing Black trans women who are holding it down in their respective fields. Like one of our student speakers and OMSA's office assistant, Ime, she wrote this on my office board, the office motto, she says, "One thing about OMSA is we gonna eat." Yeah. Yep. So I hope that OMSA has fed you over the years, not only feeding you meals because you deserve nice things, But I hope that you are able to be fed emotionally and spiritually while interacting with the office. In the world we navigate every day, this sort of care I'm speaking about is necessary. One of our lovely graduate assistants, Star, who is also graduating today, reminded me recently of something I had shared with her this year, which is that a space or interaction does not have to be clinical to be therapeutic. This remains the intention behind all our efforts at OMSA. And I hope that the moments that we shared with you in the office have been healing. For today, may you feel seen and loved. May you recognize how unique you are as we rejoice to cheer for you. I am humbled and so excited to utter the following words. Congratulations, Spring 2023 VCU graduates. Y'all did that! Yes! Thank you.
Thank you, Thank you, Dr. Kadeba, for the special welcome and, again, her own style. It takes many to educate. Among those are faculty. Time and time again, I hear students tell me about how important faculty have been in their lives. Time and time again, I hear faculty tell me about what they're doing in their classrooms and ways that they get across difficult lessons and conversations. Time and time again, I'll meet with alumni who want to know about faculty who have made a difference during the time with us. We are lucky to have great professors at VCU who do research and put education and teaching first. It is what they enjoy doing about their academic life. They've been your guides, your mentors, and sometimes your tormentors. But they have also tried to do what is best for your education. Faculty in attendance today, please stand. And please give your faculty and staff a round of applause. The African practice of pouring libation had a significant impact on setting forth our ancestors' understanding of hospitality, token of fellowship, and respect for families living and dead, and contact. Simply put, the pouring of libation is a way of confirming and reminding ourselves of the relationships we have in all forms. It is customary as in libation ceremony, as water is poured, the acknowledgments are spoken to the ancestral spirits. The name of those that have passed before us or those who've been instrumental in our lives are called out. These could be historians, relatives, friends, co-workers, children, strangers, and those who've had a profound presence who've made a difference in our lives. The Alegba Folklore Society has joined us today to help conduct the pouring of libation ceremony for those who have laid the foundation for your achievement.
In the language of the Yoruba people, Omi Tutu, cool water.
Ashe.
Ona Tutu, cool road.
Ashe.
Ile Tutu, cool earth.
Ashe.
Tutu Laroye,
With coolness, may our way be made clear.
Tutu Egun,
With coolness, we call the ancestors to be present.
we pay homage to you, our ancestors, those who are fortunate to be buried in the soils of Africa, the cradle of civilization. Our first mothers and fathers walking in attuned God light as co-creators of civilization, caretakers of the earth, and establishers of order. We pay homage to Osei Tutu, Akhenaten, Tut, Tai, Makeda, Nefertiti, Sunjata Keita, Ya Ashantiwa, Nzinga, Shaka, and the ones who were our kings and queens.
They are living through you now.
Iba Ashe Iyin Tonu.
We
Ashe.
say, Iba Ashe Iyin Tonu. I greet you and honor you, you who have disappeared. Ashe, may it be so. And together we say, Ashe.
Ashe.
Iba Ashe Iyin Tonu.
We pay homage to those who were the natural caretakers of the earth's most precious minerals. Iba Ashe Iyin Tonu.
Ashe.
To Kwame Nkrumah, Sekou Toure, Patrice Lumumba, Haile Selassie, Jomo Kenyatta, and the anti-colonist leaders of our governments.
They are cheering for you now. Iba Ashe Iyin Tonu.
Ashe.
We pay homage to those who were the architects, the scientists, the educators, the agriculturalists, the mathematicians, the community builders, the spiritual leaders, the warriors.
They uphold your excellence now. Iba Ashe Iyin Tonu.
Ashe.
We thank our ancestral navigators who embarked from the motherland to be the first to journey across the Atlantic, to bring God-attuned culture that helped shape our world. They guide you now.
Iba Ashe Iyin Tonu.
We pay homage to our ancestors who were captured from their villages and homes and who were transported instead through the Middle Passage, objectified as cargo, crowded together, lying on their backs, stacked on pallets, often with their heads between the legs of others, in feces, urine, blood, indescribable indignities, and hope. You who jumped, knowing in spirit the water brought me, and the water will take me home.
They are strength for you now. Iba Ashe Iyin Tonu.
Ashe.
We thank our ancestors whose bones rest in the earth in the Americas. We thank you who faced the daily challenges of making sense out of a life where the truth of our excellence were suppressed and the false notions of superiority prevailed, laying the basis for the systematic disparities we know today.
They are hope for you now.
Iba Ashe Iyin Tonu. Ashe.
We honor our foreparents, those whose eternal rest was curtailed as the Medical College of Virginia, organized itself. Our family, who fell victim to the callous objectification of medical research without ethics, for whom this treatment was heinous, and because of whom medical education in America became possible.
Ashe.
We remember
Dr. Grace E. Harris, a transformer who joined the faculty at Richmond Professional Institute in 1967, a year before the school merged with the Medical College of Virginia to form VCU, and all the Black faculty, administrators, staff, and students who've transitioned to the ancestral realm.
they are foundation for you now.
We thank our inventors, painters, musicians, writers, textile designers, teachers, chefs, woodworkers, iron smelters, brick makers, bricklayers, engineers, and the ones who created our material world.
They are light for you now. Iba ashe iyin tonu.
Ashe.
In legacy, we thank you when your fortitude mandated your future to beget us, your children. We pay homage to the ancestors of our bloodlines who walked us in the door today.
Ashe.
They are love for you now. Call out their names. Iba ashe iyin tonu. Call out their names. Iba ashe iyin tonu.
Ashe yin tonu.
Iba ashe iyin tonu. Call out their names. Bryce Bell, Jasper Young Bell,
James Edward Price.
Edward Price, Janie Evelyn Harrison Price. Iba ashe iyin tonu. Ancestors Price, Ancestors Holt, Ancestors Bell, Ancestors Ebo, Ancestors Mente. In legacy.
In legacy, we remember you. You who lived in the promise of a whole life, a better life. You who believed because you saw this day coming.
We thank you, our foreparents, who in spite of and because of accomplished, you who excelled, created, influenced, improved, and loved, you who hoist us now. They are air for you now.
Iba she yin tonu.
For we are spirit of your spirit.
Ashe.
We are flesh of your flesh.
Ashe.
We are bones of your bones.
Ashe. We thank you for your presence in this moment.
Ashe,
Ashe.
we ask that the ear of spirit within us is tuned to hear truth.
Ashe. We ask that our mouths be fixed to speak truth. Ashe.
Ashe, we ask for your continued guidance. Ashe,
Ashe.
we ask for your continued blessings.
Ashe.
Ashe,
Ashe.
Ashe, Ashe, oh.
What a beautiful ceremony. Can we please give the Alegba Folklore Society another round of applause? Now we will have three of the class of 2023 to come to provide words of reflection and encouragement. First, we'll have, and please forgive me. First, we will have Taraja Chom, who is graduating with a master's degree in rehab and mental health. Please give a round of applause. Next to speak, we will have Imakam Yang, who is receiving a bachelor's in English. Round of applause. And lastly, we will hear from Tamika Burrows. She is receiving her doctorate in educational leadership with a focus in higher education. Please welcome our student speakers as they come.
Hello. Hello, family. Can I call you that? After that, I feel like we're family. I am a bit nervous, so bear with me. So I titled this speech, I Am My Mother's Wildest Dream, and I hope you understand by the end of the speech. First off, I would like to thank the Office of Multicultural Affairs and BCU for opportunities such as today, where we celebrate diversity, promote inclusion, and being an advocate for underrepresented communities. Your work is not to be taken for granted. This year, I will be walking the stage with my master's in rehabilitation and mental health counseling, and I couldn't be more excited for what my future holds. I've always known I would be of service to others, whether that would be through my family, friends, or for my community. I'm also blessed to have found a passion that I could pursue as a lifelong career. Many people may never reach that level of gratification. My time here at VCU has been rewarding, challenging, but insightful. Days where I questioned being in the program, questioning if it was worth it, questioning is the money worth it, because we all know counselors do not enter the field for the money, but the work is needed. Seeing the work I've done with my clients at my current internship, where I'll be completing my residency, and also through this time spent at VCU with classmates and my program faculty, I've grown to understand who I am and my place in the world. That in itself is invaluable. I understand imposter syndrome won't be too far behind in my journey, but I think I got this. With that, I also understand the sense of responsibility that it carries. As a therapist, my end goal is to establish a holistic outpatient private practice catered to the Black and brown population. It is no secret that Black and brown communities are held to unfair expectations with little resourcing, but I'm hopeful for the future. My mission is to help those like me who have grown with the stigma that mental health doesn't exist, that it doesn't matter, that there are no spaces for you to process your childhood traumas, that you're too sensitive, or what happens within the family should stay in the family, right? No need to tell your business. I'm so excited to be part of an age where we choose to empower one another to live our lives with complete authenticity and freedom. We no longer can hide behind not knowing or being held back. We can change the narrative. I am my mother's wildest dream. My parents immigrated to the States during the 1980s from Senegal, West Africa, and experienced barriers I couldn't even fathom. Leaving their home behind to a completely new country with a different language, different cultural norms, with no family or resources, all for the sake of giving their children opportunities they never had. My mother made a home for her children here in the States where she felt she had no choice but to leave hers behind. I am my mother's wildest dream. My mother passed away from a drunk driver back in 2004. Sorry, I didn't think that was gonna hit that hard. And I reflect on how hard it must have been for her to be robbed of seeing her own dreams come true, robbed of seeing her hard work pay off. I could only hope she's looking down proud. Again, I am my mother's wildest dreams. Well, simply because I took her pain and wisdom and made my dreams as a first-generation master's student a reality. Thank you.
song. Yeah, my speech is on my phone. I'm Gen Z. We don't do paper. I don't touch paper. That's real. Hi, VCU. Hi, Black VCU. Oh my God, whoa. It's loud, yeah. Let me just reintroduce myself. Thank you so much, Lisa, but my name is actually...
Correct me.
It's all right, I got you. My name is Emeka Mabasi Michael Iyeng. Thank you. Shout out to Dr. Kadebo. Yeah. Shout out to the OMSA team. And I just want to, I'm trying to gauge this. I just want to acknowledge all of the experiences in the room. I know that we as Black people are we're both a collective and we're both individuals. We are not a monolith, so I just want to acknowledge that. I want to acknowledge that the Black American experience is real. The Black African immigrant experience is real. The Black Caribbean experience is real. And our voices matter. So just one more time, let me cut this on. I'm kind of old, I'm young, but I'm old. So to my fellow graduates, faculty, staff, and gathered family and friends, thank you for joining us on this momentous occasion. Forgive me, I wrote this at 1 a.m., so, might not be all that good, but bear with me. You might know me, I already introduced myself, I'm so sorry. But again, I will say, my name is Emeka Iyeng. I'm a senior. I'm an LA for the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs, and I'm graduating my bachelor's in English, and I'm a survivor. We all are. Yes, we made it. After countless hours of agonizing work, schedules filled to the brim with courses, clubs, and jobs, late-night cram sessions in the library, and too many long waits in the Chick-fil-A line. I mean, honestly, is it even worth it at this point? Pack it up. What am I doing? But seriously, in all seriousness, we are a generation of survivors, fighters, and winners. For a lot of us, the fight was external: assignments, meetings, presentations, a whole pandemic, honestly. But what strikes me today, however, is the internal battle. So bear with me. In the same perilous journey that was undergrad, join me as we dig, forge, and cement this new path. I want to speak to the times that I've doubted myself, the times we've downplayed our capabilities, to acknowledge the struggle to overcome the various anxieties and pressures to perform, to impress our friends, family, and even ourselves. I want to acknowledge those fears. Fearing for ourselves and others, the fear of failure, the fears of uncharted waters. I know most of us has held that identity as a student to be in our entire world, and as we close this chapter of our lives, we fear what will become of us, and we ask ourselves, will we survive this new journey? What do we make of this newfound freedom, yet burdened to live a well-served life? Well, when that fear rears its ugly head, I say, look to grace. Give yourself grace. Live in a perpetual state of self-compassion. Revel, rejoice in your very existence because you made it. You're present and you deserve to be here. Simply put, you're enough. You know the student experience is so unique. You're grateful for the opportunity to be in a new environment, to meet new people, try new things, join orgs, clubs, and just become a part of a general community. Grieve that. Allow yourself to mourn and process this transition as this chapter of life concludes. Hold on. No, but seriously, hold on. Give yourself a tight hug. Squeeze. Squeeze hard. Squeeze so immeasurably hard and tight to everything that you are right now. Then give yourself grace. The room to continue growing and dreaming. Grace yourselves with the potential of the future. Imbibe a spirit of faith, trust, and abundance. We've already come this far, so continue to hold on, to fight, and to win, because you deserve the best of what life has to offer. And again, congrats to the undergraduate class of spring 2023. You made it.
All right, good evening, faculty, staff. I'm saying distinguished guests because you all are, family and friends, and then to my fellow honorees, the class of 2023. Yes. It is with great honor and privilege that I stand before you today to reflect upon the journey that has brought us all here in celebration of our academic success, while we embrace one of our beautiful shared identities as individuals of African descent. As a people, we represent a rich history and presence that embodies power, strength, and overcoming. We possess many amazing attributes and are the lineage of a people who aspired for us to live out the dream that they could only envision. You, my fellow honorees, are a dream come true for those before us and for some of those who are still with us here today, and that's a blessing. One thing that we know is that we have not come thus far without adversity. I am sure that I am not alone in remembering some tears that were shed or moments of feeling defeated as we embarked upon this journey. I stand before you as a wife, a mother, a daughter, a friend, a full-time educator, and a representation of a lineage of a strong people that set out on an academic journey to pursue a doctoral degree to better my future, the future for my children, and then to bring honor to my family. Although there were many very tough moments along the way, I was driven by my heritage and coming from a people who at some point in history were denied an opportunity to be educated. And they could only dream of the opportunity that has been afforded to us. Through my tears, I saw my two children, Isaiah and Deja, and their future as Black children in America. And although I know that my academic achievement of an advanced degree alone was not going to change the dynamic or the demographics of them being Black in America, I do know that I set out to attempt to do so that they could be proud and recognize that they can achieve limitless opportunities in their beautiful Black skin. My daughter at 6 years old said to me one day, "Mommy, can my favorite color be brown?" And I responded, "Well, of course. Whatever color you want to be your favorite color, it can be." And she said, "Good, because my favorite color is brown because my skin is brown, and I love my skin." Proud mama moment. That she could identify so early that she was beautiful and that her Black was beautiful. My son annoys me almost every day with wanting to start his dread process. If I two-strand twist, Mommy, what will it turn out like? Is it gonna lock up? Is it locking up? Son, please don't talk about your hair anymore. But I'm so proud that he's able to embrace that his hair is his beauty. And in the Bible, it's a sign of strength. And so I am proud that my young Black son identifies his strength and his beauty. Now, with all that said, I thank you, class of 2023, for your courage to achieve success and for those who have been your support system along the way. I thank you, my fellow brothers and sisters, that you are evidence of Black excellence that I can brag about to my children and other generations to come. They see us. And so thank you for enduring this journey, and congratulations on your achievements. you should be proud. Before I leave you, I would like to encourage you with some words from the great Harriet Tubman. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. Class of 2023 of African descent, you are a dream come true. Congratulations.
I'm gonna go off script just a little bit and say, y'all, our students are so dope. Like, oh my, I'll be like, hey. Then I'm like, okay, Lisa, you're at work. Now back to my MC duties. Please give a round of applause for our dynamic student speakers. Great job, y'all. We will now have a musical selection from, y'all, our students are just so dope. Like, I mean, like, they're that deal. But please give a round of applause for the Black Awakening Choir. Thank you.
I want to speak. Well, I guess they're making me say something. We are the award-winning Black Awakening Choir here at VCU. We're going to come to you today with a selection entitled The Best Is Yet to Come. We want to encourage you guys, let you know this is just the beginning of your journey. There's so much more in store for you guys. So, yeah. Y'all ready? All right. Uh-oh. I'm not connected to the speaker. Technical difficulties. 1 second. Hold on. Oh, my soul and all that's within me. Shut it. Jesus. All right, we're connected. All right. I'm trying to blast y'all. Extra volume. Hold on, my brother, don't give up. Hold on, my sister, just look up. There is a master plan in store for you if you just make it through. We're gonna start this over again. My mom called me. It's okay, she called me. No, she fine. She called me twice. I like to keep on going with this part. Put your hands together. Y'all can stand to y'all feet if y'all want to. See, I ain't got to sit down now. Hold on, my brother, don't give up. Hold on, my sister, just look up. There is a master plan in store for you. Just make it through. God's gonna really blow your mind. He's gonna make it worth your time for all of the troubles you've been going through. Blessings and just for you. Oh, yeah. You know that you got to go.
We have our concert on this upcoming Saturday, May 6th at, United Nations. Doors open at 5, concert starts at 6. See y'all there. Thank y'all.
This is why I say our students are so bomb, because they knew I was struggling. A round of applause for Black Awakening Choir. And now it's my pleasure to introduce to you our keynote speaker, Marvin Roan. Round of applause, please. Marvin Roan is a graduate of Virginia Commonwealth University's Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies program. While pursuing his bachelor's of studies degree in psychology and social effects of trauma within the African American community, he has harnessed his skills in the areas of psychology, health, mental health, sociology, and educational studies to address the mental, physical, emotional, traumatic, and systematic issues that affect the African American community in Richmond, Virginia. Additionally, Marvin possesses an associate degree in early childhood development and is currently pursuing a master's degree in social work. Through his experiences, Marvin utilizes his background in education, psychology, and human development to transform the lives for so many. These real-life transformations come through the mastery and the use of tools of empowerment, which is gratitude, humility, forgiveness, balance, focus, and faith, and the peace concept. These tools assist individuals in creating balance within their lives for those who have been hurt, broken, battered by the experiences, challenges, and obstacles that life presents. Marvin possesses the unique ability to transform the lives through the use of his wisdom, clear communication, compassion, and unconditional support. Additionally, he uses his 20 years of training and experience in mediation, relaxation, stress reduction techniques, and trauma-informed care to empower individuals to transform their lives through the demonstration of the ability to go within and to do the work of working on self. Marvin believes that anyone can heal, change, and get better. He believes in his calling, mission, passion, and purpose in life to inspire others to find their way, path, and purpose in life. It is this passion and purpose and love for the people that inspires him each day to lead individuals towards change and positive, peaceful, productive lives. Marvin has served as the Assistant Director to the Armstrong Leadership Program, Director of Services for the Care Counseling and Consulting, President of the East End Renaissance Council, and also serves as the capacity of the Mental Health and Wellness Facilitator for the City of Richmond Ambassadors Program. Marvin also provides community-based workshops and training in the areas of African American health, wellness, and historical personal development. Without further ado, I present to you our keynote speaker, Mr. Marvin Roan.
Oops. I be messing up sometime, y'all, because I'm human. Thank you for having me. OMSA, thank you. To my people, thank you. To the graduates, class of 2023, thank you. You are seeds. Let's get the seeds growing, right? Let's harvest some things. All right, so I'm going to talk to you today about a few things, but I just want you to, just for a minute, stand up, graduates, and their parents and representatives. Stand up, please, please. And let's celebrate. Come on, y'all, celebrate these young people. That's the best y'all can do. Come on. Come on. Let's go. This is a celebration of an accomplishment, right? It's major, right? Y'all can sit down there, right? Okay, I'm gonna be frank, right? It's a major accomplishment because you are at war. You are. You're a target, you're a potential victim. Anytime and anywhere. That's just the truth in this country, right? When it comes to people of color, anything can happen at any time. And if you live in the city of Richmond, anything can happen at any time. So we do the work. That's my work partner right there for the Armstrong Leadership Program, Miss Yvette Rajput. We're doing the work on the ground, right? There's pain, there's trauma, there's hurt. And our young people are being victimized by each other in our own communities. We're gonna have to change some things, but it's gonna start with graduates and their parents and their families and their friends. My thing is individual, family, and community. Can y'all say that with me, please? Individual, family, and community. Those are the places that we have to start to build a better community, to build a better family. We can't do it alone, right? Just individually, because you need other people. We need each other. And you, as graduates, must understand how important you are right now, right? I'm going to talk about production for a minute. You have to produce at a higher level right now than ever. Listen to me. You have to produce more than ever. You got to strap up and you got to go get some things now, right? So let's talk about toothbrush, toothpaste, and underwear. Are we manufacturing anything? Okay, then we have to produce toothpaste, toothbrush, and underwear. I'm gonna say that again. Manufacture, produce, and create jobs, because many of our people are poor and suffering, period. And we know it, but we ignore it, right? Because it's somebody else, or it could be a cousin, or it could be down the street, or it could be around the corner. We don't face our issues, and today we gotta think about facing our issues. This is true, right? It's time to stop ignoring the needs of our people. Even if it's just 20% of our people, it's 20% too many. We all came here together. We did. For those Africans who came here, I'm gonna say incarcerated. How about that? We face mass incarceration, at a higher rate than anybody else in the country. And we ignore that. When are we gonna stop ignoring the facts that we have to face in this reality? The reality is we're gonna have to do the work. Let's go individual first, of working on yourselves, graduate. That means that you have to have a plan and a strategy along with your purpose. Your strategy is to become the best person that you can be. Let me reimagine that. You have to become the best person of color that you can be. Let me reimagine that. You have to become the best human being that you can be. It's really about humanity. And if you think about what's going on in these streets and in this country and in the world, we have lost our humanity. We have. There is no need for us to ignore the fact that we are losing children to gun violence. There's no excuse. And so when it happens again, we're gonna say, oh, did you hear about that? And then go on about your life. And you say, oh, guess who died today? Oh, guess they're shooting again, they're killing again. They're robbing again, they're stealing again. Well, people are stealing because they're hungry. Some of our babies are going to bed without food at night, while many of us live in luxury and it's okay that we're comfortable with our lives. It's time to get out and start going places. Don't be afraid of your own people anymore. You got to say, we got to do something about our conditions, plural. Right? And just because you live in a nice big house don't mean that your stuff is all clean and straight on the inside, the backside, because many of us got traumatic issues that we're not facing. Many of us got anxiety, many of us got trauma, and we got unresolved issues as people of color that has been passed down from generation to generation to generation, and now it's to you. Right? Some of it's genetic, some of it's environmental, but some of it is just the truth that we need to do the work of working on ourselves. You got to be honest with yourself about who you are now. So every day when you wake up, you got to start asking, what's my purpose? And if you need to work on something to get something straight inside of here, get that straight, right? Don't engage yourself with somebody else if you're not right, right? Because all you're going to do is bring your problems to them, and then they're going to get hurt. And then guess what they're going to do when you leave them? They're going to hurt somebody else. Because hurt people do what? Say it again. That's what we do, right? So this is just a challenge today to start to thinking about what I can do to give back, right? In terms of measuring your success now, it is the things that you do every day. You have to have a system for developing the life that you want. You got to have a strategy for maintaining the life that you desire. Individual, family, and community. Individual. I call it Drew. Diet, rest, exercise, and water. You have to take care of your physical, mental, and emotional health. That's all you got. You do. You got to take care of what you call your body. That means that you have to begin to eat healthy, right? I know you like to snack. I know you like the ice cream. I know you like the cookies. I know you like the treats. I know you like the fried chicken. I know you like the pork chops. I know you like the chitlins. I know you like all of that. I know you like the macaroni and cheese. I know you like Chick-fil-A, but it's killing you. I'm going to say that again. It's killing you. Come on, y'all can clap. It's true. Right? We lead the world in health disparities. We do. People of color. And we are on medications and we're sick. And we got to change that. Here's the thing. Most everything that's not environmental, we're doing to ourselves. So you got to think about how you can make a difference in your life because we need you for the long run. We don't need you for 4 or 5 years, right? We need you for 50 or 60 or 70 years or 80 or 90 years so the next generation can know you, right? I am unfortunate to not have my grandparents in my life. I'm not fortunate enough to have my fathers in my life because they died early, because they didn't take care of themselves. Rest, you got to go to sleep at night. Go to bed. Go to sleep. Turn the phone off, turn the TV off, and go to sleep and rest in peace. Make a commitment that you're going to start going to bed. I know you, with all your studies, you got to stay up late and all that, but when you get into your routine, make rest important. Parents and friends and family, make rest important. You got to take care of your body. On a cellular level, you have to go to sleep in order for your body to repair itself. That's just a human fact. Go to bed. Exercise. Raise your hand if you like exercise. Get out there, right? If you can't get outside, sit in your bedroom or find a place where you could just move your legs, move your arms. You got to move your body. You got to take care of yourself because your health is your what? That's all you got. You got one life, just one, and it's yours. The question is, what are you going to do with it, right? Now, on the African-American black side, freedom, right? Our ancestors that we just paid homage to died suffering in another place, not home, right, for you. Many could have jumped, but they didn't. They stuck around so you could get here. And now that you're here, and now that you're finally free out of slavery, out of segregation, and into freedom, you all are the freest black people that ever have stepped foot on this country since it started. You should clap for that. You're probably saying to yourself, why is he talking about freedom? Because you need to understand how important your freedom is. You, and all of you in here that got color on your skin, and even more, you got to understand how important freedom is. Now, there is mental freedom, there is physical freedom, there is emotional freedom, there is spiritual freedom, and then there's financial freedom. Most of us want financial freedom, but all the other areas, the physical, the mental, the emotional, and spiritual, is all a wreck, right? You need to get into alignment where your mental is in line with your physical is aligned with your emotional, and your emotional is aligned with your spiritual. You need a spiritual life, not a religious one, where you just go through the rituals, but you're a bad person, right? You don't know how to talk to people, and you don't know how to treat people. It's humanity. We got to get back to love, L-O-V-E. And the first love is loving yourself. Amen? You got to start loving who you are, every bit of every ounce of who you are, because you only have one life, and the clock is ticking. Tick, 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 tick. Right now, your life is going away. So what are you going to do with your time? And the time that I'm talking about is your lifetime. It's your lifetime. Accomplish everything that you can. Go hard every day. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't stop. And when it get hard, guess what? I got this. I was born to do this. Because you've accomplished your goal, you were born to do it. You were born to come into this room, and you were born to be here today. But you were born to be successful as a human being with compassion and love, right? We have lost humanity. So what I want you to do in your private time or your spare time, I want you to look up the definition of humanity. And then I want you to look at all the synonyms for humanity. And then I want you to look at the anonym, which is inhumane. And when you think about all the synonyms, and you'll see how this world works, where we're not in love, we're in hate. And we got to get away from that. We have to heal as human beings. I'm going to say that again. As human beings, we have to heal, because humans shouldn't kill humans. Humans shouldn't hate other humans. Humans shouldn't disrespect other humans. Humans shouldn't rob other humans. Humans shouldn't steal other humans. You have to understand the importance of being a human being. Man, being. Human is color, man is the species, and being is the spirit that's looking out into this reality. When you understand how powerful you really are, then you will take serious your purpose for being here on this earth at this time. And if you're not genuinely serious about taking your purpose and grabbing it and taking a hold to it, then why are you here? So when you wake up in the morning from now on, before you go to bed, I did everything that I could at the end. And when you wake up, thank God for another day, and then say what you want me to do today. You got a purpose, people. So start living that purpose. Start understanding that it's just not about money and resources. It's about the quality of the content of your character. And we are lacking morality. We're lacking humanity. We're lacking values. We're lacking love. We're lacking respect. We're lacking dignity. Those things we need. And who is imparting that into children? That we will understand the measure of what respect is. That we respect our elders and we honor our elders with who and what we are. And it reflects in who you become as you walk through this earth. Because you are the descendant of someone. And because you are, that means you have to be the best, I'm going to say it again, the best representative of humanity that you can be. You have to be the best. Human being, not black, not white, human being. Right? So they got us all skewed over color, right? That's what we got, all of us, just naturally. It's inherent. It's part of the human system. But how about the content of your character? The things that you do when nobody else is around. The things that you say about people when nobody else is around. And the things that you say about yourself when nobody's around. Because when you look in the mirror, you must love what you see. I'm going to tell you why. Because you are the greatest creation that God, Allah, whoever your higher power is, ever made. Give yourself a hand. Every time I look into the eyes of human beings, right? This is how you know humanity. Start looking at people in their eyes. And I call them the blacks, right? Them little dots. When you start looking into somebody, they're going to turn their head. They're going to put their head down. When you can look somebody right straight in their eyes, then you can feel the essence of who they are. And we want to hide. It's now time to stop hiding behind who you are assuming to be and become the person that you were born and created to be. My challenge for you today, everyone in this room, is to become the best human being that you can be. It takes work. It takes time. It takes effort. It's mental, it's physical, it's emotional, it's spiritual. Develop a spiritual life where you take time to sit away from everything. Put the phone down. Put the phone down. Go outside and put your feet in the grass. No, you're going to say, there's bugs out there. That's what, it's okay, right? Get some sunshine and some fresh air and leave negative people alone. I'm going to say that again. Leave negative people alone. Say goodbye, right? You don't need them, right? The best thing that you could do for them is leave them where they are, because they're always pulling you to where they are. They're going to be pulling. You got to know how to choose your friends, how to choose your mates, how to choose those people that you're going to spend energy with. It's your lifetime, it's your energy, it's your purpose, it's your call. You have to understand how important that is. It's everything to you as a human being. As a life force and a species on this earth, it's important that you understand how important that is. And then navigate your way around this world. That the people that you come in contact with will be grateful that they ever met you. You mean something and you matter. Somebody say, I matter. You really do. You matter. Now we're going to talk about peace for a minute. Where my timekeeper at? Timekeeper, where you at? Where'd she go? Okay. Okay. Peace. We need a political agenda. African Americans, blacks, people of color. You have to understand how politics work, the American political system, and operate inside of the system where you understand the importance of your vote, the importance of everything that you can bring to the table in your communities. You have a voice that you must use. You say, oh, my voice don't matter. It does. My vote doesn't matter. It does. Right? Understand the importance of understanding the political system and the laws and the way that they work. Next is economics. You got to have an economic agenda. Understand how important economics is to the sustainability of all the resources that you can manage to be able to build institutions that define your own reality. You have to have institutions of your own, not just HBCUs, institutions that educate, develop, motivate, inspire, and empower our people to become the best that they can be, not compete with other people. The competition won't have to happen if you just do what you're supposed to do. That is to be the best that you could be. Par excellence. Strive for that every day. Create a new mindset where you're positive in your thinking and that you're all about something. And that's the most important piece, is being able to know who you are. Next is A. The A is athletics. Again, that's health, wellness, fitness, nutrition. Your mental health is so important. Your physical health is so important, and your emotional health is so important. Lastly, cultural. You have to have a comprehensive cultural understanding of who you are and have a beautiful love for yourself just the way you are. You don't have to put on and you don't have to take off. All you got to do is be the best person that you could be. And lastly is education. It's a comprehensive education where you are well-rounded, well-schooled, and that you pour these values back into your children on a daily basis. They have to know who they are. Our children have to know who they are. Now, lastly, before I leave, I want you to do this for me. See that right there? Everybody do this for me. That's control. This is for self-control. You have to have self-control. You have to control your emotions, your feelings, your moods, and your thoughts. That's the L for leadership, right? You have to lead yourself from one disposition to another. That's your job, is to lead yourself. Your emotion, your mental, your physical, and your spiritual. You have to be the leader of self. The last, but almost not least, is authority. You have to take authority over yourself and your life. You have to do that. I have to take authority over my life, my choices, my feelings, my moods, my emotion. And lastly, power. You have to, come on, y'all, power. You need power. Mental power, physical power, emotional power, but you need self first. I thank the God that allowed me to be here today. I thank you all for listening to me. And whatever you do, clap. Control, leadership, authority, power. Thank you.
Another round of applause for our keynote. Thank you, Ms. Jerome, for your presence. Your wise words help magnify and validate the work we do by providing programs, events, ceremony highlights, and celebrating the works and achievements of our Black students. Give yourselves a round of applause. And now, the moment you all have been waiting for, y'all like when they hurry up and get through all this stuff, we now honor our 2023 graduates. They've completed their degrees, their rigorous coursework here at Virginia Commonwealth University. At this time, I invite to the stage Bria Taylor, Jair, and and Christina and Dr. Grace Gibson to the stage.
I know y'all ready. Graduates, please rise and come forward as your names are called. Makam Abba. Ime Michael Ime. Koraja Cham. Koraja Cham. Tamika Florine Fitzgerald Burrows. Delphine Asumohu. Naya Ahmad. Maya Jeanette Alexander. Maya Jeanette Alexander. London Joy Armstrong. Atahani Adu Jaffe. Irene Awua. Aaliyah Allen.
Perea Burley. Jamar Brooks. Cheyenne Brown. Madison Burgos. Kaylee Burns. Kaylee Burns.
Gabrielle Burton. Elysia Gwendolyn Carter. Erica Coleman. Ashley Nashiel Christian. Destiny Coles. Andel Dehuro. Taylor Davis. Jayla Davis. Janae Davis. Janaya Davis.
Jasmine Demery. Sharice Andrea Lee Dunn. Jemima E.K. Jessica Falls.
Aaliyah Joy Featherston. Nana Fernance. Jada Franklin. Jimmy Gilliam. Ty Glisson.
Alexia Graham. Nia Gravely. Malik Rashad Graves. Latoya Gray Sparks.
Natanya Haley. Taylor Hendrick. Alicia Hill. Jamie Hill. Amaya Howard. Micah Ingram. Taylor Jackson. Lanice Jackson. Dante Jackson. Jordan Jarrett.
Olua Rotimi Emmanuel Fee Johnson. Sequela Jones.
Yes, he's so proud. Hey!
Laura Chioma Jones. Niaja Lanier.
Alberta Mami Akosia Kwachi. Tubola Yafa Leonard Emorin. Kayla Lundy. Kayla Camille Lundy. Jason Malone Lucas. Talea Anita Matthews. Rachel McDonald. Nika Mendoza. Joelle Mitchell. Ayan Ansaki Mobile.
Danielle Monroe. Amber Mundy. Ire Olu Orenuga. Sanaya Phillips. Desana Pittman. Laisha Reed. Selena Roan. Jordan Roberts. Ramir Roberts. Dr. Ramir Roberts. Star Robinson. Sydney Robinson. Kelsey Russell. Dulanda Fernandez Paola Sancier. Ariana Samuel.
Ethan Satterwhite. Sophia Simone Simmons. Kayla Simpkins. Christine Lindsay Stith Singleton. Danielle Smith. Imani Renee Smith. Shayla Smith. Kirsten Simone Stokes. Gia Noel Sweat.
Carmitra Marjorie Tyree. Ayana Ward. Tiffany Danielle Wells. Ralph Whitfield Jr. Shyasia Wiggins. And Bria Danae Williams. Shadeja Williams. Grace Adriana Wynn. Mikal Tesfalam Yamane.
Would you all please stand and give our graduates, not our graduates, but all of our family and friends, would you please stand and give our 2023 graduates the biggest round of applause that you can tonight? Make them feel proud. Let them feel it. Again, congratulations to our 2023 graduates. Y'all did it. Isaac Newton once said, if I have seen further than others, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. This evening is a shining example of the students who are the giants. That would be you. Thank you for allowing us to stand proudly in front of you this evening. Again, before I turn it over to our closing remarks, please give our 2023 graduates one more round of applause. Now I would like to welcome to the podium Dr. Faye Belgraves, a university professor within the College of Humanities and Science, for closing remarks. Please give Dr. Belgraves a round of applause.
Wow, what a ceremony. Congratulations, graduates of 2023. And thank you, AMSA, for inviting me to be a part of this ceremony and to celebrate the achievements of Black students. I love rites of passage rituals because they symbolize the values and norms and encourage the behaviors that have served Black people since ancient Kemet. I know that many of you and your parents have made many sacrifices for this day: student loans, fatigue and exhaustion from working and going to school, and restrictions on social and family activities. But I think this African proverb puts all of this in a proper perspective. It is, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. As you leave this sacred space, I would like to share a few brief words for you to think about as you transition from VCU. I call these the 3 Bs. 1, and this has already been reinforced by one of our student speakers, be proud of who you are and where you come from, not in an arrogant way, but in a manner that acknowledges your connection to other people of African descent and the greatness of our people. We built the pyramids, and we built this country. In fact, a large amount of research shows that racial and ethnic pride fosters achievements across many domains, including health, education, and family and social connections. The fact that you are here today assures me of your pride and connection to your African culture. 2, be grateful for what you have, not only for the privilege of having a world-class education, but for clean water, food, and housing. Less than 7% of the world's population have a college degree, and more than a quarter of the world's population do not have access to safe drinking water. Also be grateful for the relationships you have developed here at VCU. These relationships can serve you well as you transition from VCU and throughout your life. I encourage you to develop a daily practice of gratitude. It is the #1 practice that will make you a more joyful and satisfied person. 3, be of service. As our keynote speaker talked about this, in the words of Nelson Mandela, it is in your hands to make a better world for all of us to live in. Graduates, you are equipped with the knowledge, the skills, and the relationships to do this, and I hope you will. Whether you serve as a committee member for a civic organization, volunteer for a Boys or Girls Club, or just help someone in need, Remember, to whom much is given, much is expected. Graduates of 2023, as you leave VCU and your treasured years here, I wish you peace, prosperity, pride in who you are, gratitude for what you have, and the passion to make a difference. Asante Sana, thank you. I do also want to invite people to stay for the reception that is being hosted by the VCU Alum and Development Office. And I believe Robert Chesley might be here. He has been the person who has so generously organized this reception for graduates and their families. So, is Robert in the room? He's probably outside helping. Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay. Asante Sana, thank you, and enjoy the reception.